My book, Where the Devil Dwells, is available in my shop. The link is in the description. Um, I just realized that I get to go into work a half hour later, so I had time to make a video. Um, my art journal is pretty much whatever I want it to be on any given day. So today I'm just going to flip through this Lucian Freud book and talk a little bit. Um, if you don't know Lucian Freud, you'll see. I mean, this will give you like a good introduction to what his stuff looks like. I'm not going to talk about it deeply because there's people who can describe it better than I can. Some people find his work kind of haunting and grotesque, but I just think it's very beautiful. I think a lot of it is gorgeous. It's definitely like sort of based in realism, and some of that realism is not always flattering to the subject matter, but I do think he's able to create a very flattering image doing that sometimes. I went to therapy today. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I was in a pretty good mood today. Someone's coming to visit me this weekend that is important to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And so sometimes when you go to therapy, it's like you don't really have anything to talk about. You end up just kind of recapping your week. Now, usually I try to have something to talk about. So my therapist is an art therapist, and so one of the things that we were talking about is because I was having trouble just trying to journal. This is the first year I've ever done therapy. The first time I've been able to afford it. The first time I've been open to going. This is one of my favorite images. It's just one of the most beautiful paintings. Anyways, so what we started talking about was like finding a painting to write about, and then that sort of like leads you into maybe talking about how you interpret it and maybe how it relates back to you. So, and I wish I had the book today. I can't find my Goya book, which is disheartening. But I was looking at some of the paintings from the Black period, and looking at I mean, I guess this book is close. There's like I said, some stuff in here that people think of as grotesque, but sort of, there's some comfort in seeing art of grotesque images where the artist can make it look beautiful. I'm not sure why that's comforting to me. I think it probably stems back to how I feel about myself. But yeah, we talked about that for a while. So I always felt like the black paintings, or from the Black period or whatever, the Goya paintings are, I don't know, they're some of my favorites. I don't know, if you're not familiar with them, look them up. I love, everything about them. So this is one of my favorite Freud paintings. I love the way that he spiraled down this beautiful plant, and then there's dead leaves and this kind of despair at the bottom of the plant. Kind of like worn out wooden floor. It's funny, after I was actually in a good mood when I left. I was like, after talking to my therapist, it's like the way you feel about your physical looks or the way you feel about yourself inside, it can be bigger than just like, do I look the way that I want to look, and etc. And then, I turn on my phone and I'm on Facebook, and some different artists that I know, and people are all posting the stuff about this celebrity, and they're showing this is a very common thing. It's like showing an old picture of a celebrity and then a new picture of them and being like, yikes, what the fuck happened to this person? And it just crushes my spirit a little bit. I guess there's something to be said. I mean, people make these observations in their head, and then, a lot of times, if you're not rude, you won't express them. And if you're at a higher level of thinking, you can actually go beyond that and look at the person then more than what their face looks like or their body, you know. But it's interesting to see, people who talk about body shaming and very try to be positive about like lifting people up, and then sharing and discussing at length the way that people look in their pictures, how terrible they look. It's kind of disgusting. And I'm not saying that like I'm above it. I think it's probably within all of us to look at it and be like, oh yeah, like what did happen to that person? But it's age. I mean, some people age differently. I like how when celebrities get plastic surgery, it's like it opens up this door for people to comment on them. This is a great one. Look at how wonderful this is, all the textures. Like I said, I love the way that he paints plants. This is wonderful, yeah. But yeah, it's as soon as someone gets any work done to their face or their body, it's like, and they start aging a little bit, it doesn't look quite the way that you would want it to look. It's like you look at that person like a freak or something. I don't even know if I had like millions of dollars and I had access to all these, I don't know what you do. You just like get one thing done. You're like you're just staring at the mirror like we all do, and fucking hating yourself, and like, let me get this other thing done. I don't know. So yeah, I would say that was another great one. I don't know if this person, I just love this pose and the dog. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I don't know why this whole, like the last year or so, I've just been thinking about how mean the internet is. And like I said, I don't know if I'm above it. There's definitely been times where I listen to things or watch things. There's another great picture. These two dogs. There you go. All the paint on the ground. She's covered in paint. Oil paintings can look so rich. Anyways, like I said before, my book is available right now. I'm still figuring out what this channel is, but basically I'm more and more open to the idea that it's just whatever I want it to be. So, if you like me, or if you like these videos, then subscribe. And thanks for listening.